Hey guys, Dynasty Warrior 6 here again with another Game Finds video. I know it's been quite a little bit, but not as long as, previous intervals. So, we're just going to kind of hop right into it. Okay, I'm overcoming a cold right now, so bear with me. I have to slow down occasionally, and if I cough, I do apologize about that in advance. So, I got a pretty big Craigslist deal from a guy. I'll just let you guys know that I spent around. I set aside a couple. I've been saving money for this deal a little bit here and there. That way I could afford it and not have to break the bank. But I spent around $280 for this deal. Now, I already traded in most of the stuff that I didn't want, and I got rid of a lot of not duplicates, but games, okay, like there's a lot of loose cart Genesis games. I don't collect. When I get Genesis games, I don't collect loose cart Genesis games because they're so easy to get complete in box. There's no point in getting loose cart Genesis games. So I already traded in most. I traded in all the loose cart Genesis games. I also got like 2 extra consoles that were all Genesis, whatever. So that like I already got rid of those too. So I didn't need more consoles. There was no point in hanging on to all that stuff. So traded in most of it. I kept some good stuff though. So we'll get through the the big stuff of the bundle. The first thing though, sorry guys, that I will show you guys. I bought for $5. This is a totally separate deal, totally separate, and it's just one of those things I bought at a game store. I went to a GameStar and I bought a Fighting Force for $5. Pretty good deal. Not bad. It's a good game if you ever played it. So there we go on that one. And now onto the Sega Genesis stuff. Now there were 3 rare, not like there were 2 really rare games and one somewhat uncommon game that made the deal really expensive, but the Genesis stuff and all that and the video games on the Genesis only cost $40. So I did keep one of the Model 2s, right there. Good old Model 2. All right, there's that guy. And on to the Genesis stuff. Okay, so the first... No, actually, I'm going to do the Game Gear stuff first. I got a couple Game Gear games from the guy. The first one was Sonic and Tails. It looks like it's like an import game. I'm not sure really what it is exactly. Oh, weird. But yeah, import game. I don't know. There we go. Also picked up Sonic Labyrinth with the Game Gear case. These are a little uncommon. But Sonic Labyrinth, I know this is considered one of the worst Sonic games because he moves really slow. And the classic, common Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Game Gear. This one, if you've even collected for Game Gear, this one pops up pretty regularly. So got those 3 for the deal, for the $40. Also picked up X-Men. The first one, I think it's complete in box. Let me see. No, it's not. It is not complete in box. It is cart and box only. Picked up Taz in Escape from Mars. This one feels like it's not complete in box either, and it's not. I'll just feel around to see, but yeah, don't have to. I'm not going to open up every single one. Also got Aladdin. This one feels complete. You can feel the weight on that one. Aladdin. Quackshot. Complete. Dr. Ivo Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Yeah, that's complete. Sonic Spinball. Yeah, that's complete, yeah. And the last one that was complete in box, which is really, pretty good, and I remember checking this one to see if it was complete, is Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master. This game, yeah, this was definitely one of the ones where I was like, yes, thank God this one is complete, So very nice to have Shinobi 3 again. All these games I used to own, before I sold. So, and then the last game that came in this little Sega Genesis bundle, I was really surprised seeing it, and I didn't think I was ever going to get it again because I sold it in my big sell, and now I got it again. Is Knuckles Chaotix. Now there is a little damage right there, a little damage, but you know what? It's still Knuckles Chaotix. It is probably the second rarest 32X game on Sega 32X. I would say it's the second rarest. I know the first is probably Web of Fire. Spider-Man Web of Fire is probably the rarest. Knuckles Chaotix, I think, is probably close second. But you know, pretty cool to have this game again. I wasn't expecting to get it, and for $40 for all those Sega games, I'm not gonna really cry. I'm not gonna really complain. You know, got Shinobi 3 and Knuckles Chaotix. Come on. So, the reason why I went for this deal, the big reason why, and the reason why it was so expensive. Now, some of you already know. I posted a photo of them. So some of you guys, you know, will be like, "Oh, I already know what it is. I already know what it is." You know, yeah, it is. It is what it is. What it is. So, the guy posted an ad on Craigslist. I remember this whole bundle, the Sega games and this was $280. It was $40 for the Genesis stuff, which is already a good deal. He just added on $40. What he was asking, his asking price for the Super Nintendo games, that's what they are. The Super Nintendo was $240. It was already a good deal at $240. So, first one is Mega Man X. Now I've already got a copy of Mega Man X, so I'm probably going to trade this one in. You know, I'm just going to do that because, you know, it's easier that way. Next up that he gave or sold to me, very uncommon game on Super Nintendo. I actually did not own this game even before I sold my Super Nintendo collection. When I sold the whole collection, I didn't own this game, and it is Mega Man X2. I didn't own this one, so I'm very happy to add in Mega Man X2 to my regrowing Super Nintendo collection, and it's already off to a really good start. And then the last one that really made the deal icing on the cake, totally worth it. And I can't believe I actually reacquired this game so soon upon re-entering my, recollecting. And it's one of those gems on Earthbound that you got. Oops, I said it. It's Earthbound. I looked at it and I said it. Earthbound. Man, I'm a dumbass. So, Earthbound is I wasn't expecting to get this game again. I tested it. He showed me it. We played it. It works. Save file works. Everything works. It's in good shape. You know, Earthbound. I couldn't believe it. I messaged the guy and I go, look, I can't afford to buy it right now, but is there any chance you'll hold it for me? He's like, you know what, dude, you're really cool. I'll hold it for you. No problem. I can't thank this guy enough for doing this. We've already talked about other deals that we're going to work out and do later in the month, down at near the end of the month. So, thank you once again. I'm not going to say his name just for privacy things, but he rocks. He's a cool dude. He hooked me up. He gave me a freaking awesome deal for $280. I got all the games you just saw for $280, including Earthbound, and I was not expecting to get Earthbound so soon. Earthbound, gosh, damn! Like I remember waiting. I was collecting for 4 years, and near the end, before I sold, is when I got Earthbound. Like 6 months before I sold, I got or 6 7 months, maybe even like a year before I sold, I got Earthbound. Now I've got Earthbound right when I restarted. This takes a huge game off my list of games I was going to have to collect for. So, yeah, there we go. All right, on to the other end of it. So I restarted collecting, and I traded in all those other Sega games. All those other Sega games that were there were all loose cart, and they had stickers on them, and they actually weren't very good. Like there was like maybe one where I was like, I wish I could keep. I thought about keeping it, but I just decided not to. Um, sorry, I'm a little winded. Hold on one second. And let's see. We'll start off with Nintendo 64. Okay, so I traded in a bunch of stuff, and I got $175 in store trade-in credit. Not bad, And it is the first one is Star Fox 64 on Nintendo 64 for $25. And remember, this is all store trade-in credit, so I don't have to worry about cash or anything like that. So Star Fox 64 for $25. Pretty good shape. Next up is, let's see, it's on PS2, and it is Disgaea, Hour of Darkness. But I really regret selling my JRPGs. I really do, but at the time, I needed to, so yeah. But, yep, that was 20 on that one. And next up, let's see, I got Resident Evil Survivor. It is Black Label, and it's right. You know, the case, just the backing doesn't match, but you can always get a new. Yep, but Resident Evil Survivor, pretty good. Tomb Raider Chronicles. This is the last Tomb Raider game on PS1 I needed, so now I'm done with Tomb Raider for 15. Gauntlet Legends, PS1, Black Label. Vampire Hunter D. And the last one, pretty rare, uncommon, if it was for 50, Armored Core Project Phantasma. So not bad. You know, all Black Label, trying to keep it pure, trying to keep it all Black Label. No greatest hits if I can avoid it at all costs. So, and that was pretty much it, guys. That was not a whole lot, not a whole lot like regarding like a metric ton of games, but there was definitely a lot of games, a lot of rare games, including the Earthbound. Gotta have the Earthbound. So that is pretty much it, guys. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. There will probably be a video near the end of the month area. I'm not sure when, but if not end of the month, beginning of next month, there will probably be another video showcasing what else I get from the guy, because this guy is definitely hooking me up. Thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you guys later in the week.